This is big for the viewer. One of the key components of putting is having a non-leverage grip. So when you watch, when I'm taking my regular grip, we always see that leverage underneath the heel pad there. That creates downward pressure and hinge in a swing. We don't want any of that in putting. Well, yeah, we watched it right away in Will's first stroke. So here, come on back here, buddy. I'm gonna run you through this. And there's one tiny little more thing that I'm gonna help you with. First of all, ball position always relative to the center of your body. If we look down, the grip would be close to my zipper, the center of my body, if not just a little bit ahead of my zipper. The ball would be just left of that, 1 inch ahead of center, okay? So make sure you don't get the ball a little back in your stance. So ball position is really important. The biggest thing that I see in the putting stroke, when you were taking the putter back, we talked about it was almost a little bit too much control. The heel was going back a little bit too much first, and the putter was getting a little bit shut. So what we wanted you to do was feel the putter swing a little more naturally, and I like what you said. You lightened your grip pressure to immediately allow for the putter to have a more natural flow to it, okay? So for the viewer, Will was doing the opposite of what most do. I recommend most feel the heel lead in the stroke to counter the fact that people want to consistently open the face. But in his case, we've worked, he's been stabilizing that face, stabilizing it. Just got a little bit shut going back, and that's why when we were drawing that straight line to the hole, the ball would exit a little bit left of our intended target. So we have a ball position, we have a lighter grip pressure. Nice roll, bud. That's that one right there where it got a little bit.
Yeah, I can feel it there.
Let me show you where I believe it comes from too. One thing that doesn't help is whenever I watch from the face, it was actually the view I had over there where the arms get a little bit trapped behind the center of the body, and that oftentimes drops the shoulder a little bit, and that shuts the face. Does that make sense? Going back and you have to kind of pop out of it. Here's what I would tell you. Get your elbows more in front of your body, okay? So if you watch this, if you put your arms out in front of you, this is something that my mentor, Todd Sones, always showed me, great putting coach, always extension of my body, elbows in front, not ever trapped behind. If you're behind, well then, we're jammed. We're gonna have to kind of teeter our body or use our hands. Let's get our elbows in front more. It might require you gripping down a little bit, but because your elbows won't be so trapped up here, they'll be more down in front of your body. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's one thing I would definitely do. Make that stroke a lot easier on you, okay? When you do that, Will, make sure the putter doesn't have any leverage between your arm and the hands. So very important here when we do this. This is big for the viewer. One of the key components of putting is having a non-leverage grip. So when you watch, when I'm taking my regular grip, we always see that leverage underneath the heel pad there. That creates downward pressure and hinge in a swing. We don't want any of that in putting. We want a non-leverage grip, one more up through the lifeline or even the bottom, on the heel pad, the bottom of the forearm. But you want the putter to be in line with your forearm. You don't want to ever see any angle. So when I pull this in like this, that leverage is not what we want to see. We want to see non-leverage. Now what that does, as we talked about, non-leverage takes the hands out of it and keeps the putter real low to the ground. Whereas you watch this, leverage, that creates hinge in a swing, right? How's that feel?
Feels a lot more natural. Like I'm not controlling it as much.
Yeah, no, and I think that's, you actually were spot on when you said to release that grip tension a little bit. The minute I told you that you were almost controlling the putter face too much, you naturally released the grip tension, which was a great cue on your part. I think that helped a lot as well. So ball position, grip tension, but most importantly, I'm really big on this. I don't want to see that left elbow get trapped behind you. I want to see both elbows in front of you. Much more of this look. Don't like seeing that left arm behind the right arm. I always want to see, if anything, that left arm feel like it's almost on top of the right arm. I should be able to lay my club down here on top of my arms flat. Be able to maintain that all the way down, you know, and not have one on top of the other like this, right? But right there. I mean, dude, that was stripe though. That was such a good stroke. Okay, right here, ready? Ready? Left arm in front more. More up the forearms, yep. Straight back, but letting the face still swing. That was a good stroke again, man. It's like a fine line right there, right?
Yeah, I don't know. This putt's weird.
Let's hit a different putt. Elbows in front, good. Hands up a little bit, right there. It's a nice roll right there. Give yourself a little bit of room, back your feet away a little bit. In a perfect world, you'd have the elbows back in front of you. Great. All right, just let it flow. 1, 2. Nice. Beautiful rhythm to that one, buddy. So you look better there that you backed away a little bit. Gave yourself... Yeah, you needed to give yourself a little bit of room there. That's fantastic. You look great over that putt, dude. And dude, beautiful. Like anything in golf, rhythm is the glue that holds it together. That's all that stroke needed, was a little bit of a count to it as well, okay? The average beats per minute that we like to see our players at is between 70 and 75. We leave it up to you, what you feel. You know, of course, we step in when we see you at a certain rhythm, stroking it better than not. But 72 to 73 beats per minute, you can get that on the metronome and memorize that count. And I find it's a fantastic way to putt, even when you're in pressure situations, to putt to the count. Don't putt to try to guide it to the hole, right? All I can say about that is just, dude, beautiful roll, bud. Let's go. Okay. One more really going, buddy. Striped. Let's go there first.
Yeah.
Here's your ball second. Good job, buddy. I mean, it's good stuff today, man. Really good stuff. I'm proud of you, bud. That golf swing of yours is beautiful. What do we take out of today as far as the golf swing?
Well, I kind of have to have a natural turn coming back. Just all shoulders, keep my right elbow in.
Beautiful.
And keep my chin up, ball position a little forward, and bump the hips.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
Yep. Ball position, bump the hips, right? That's kind of in order. And then making sure that you have that ball position, the bumped hip, chest and hands together to the top. Keeps that elbow down, keeps the hands on the proper path. So ball position, hand path, big lessons of the day. The direction the shoulders turn, not changing that angle, was helping you with that. We came over to the putting green. We realized, if anything, ball was a little bit back also. Shocking,
Yeah.
right? And what we did was we got you away from the ball, got your elbows more in front of you, felt more of a softer hand, let the putter swing, right? Good stuff. As you guys can see, William is an incredible talent, such a fun kid to work with, and we don't take it lightly that we have the opportunity to help shape his game and get better for the future. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below. Also, click the link for 3 free videos on distance.